Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Joel Fernandez, and the purpose of these videos is just to document my journey through the Focus Tapes, the Monroe Institute's Gateway experience. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, please do go check them out because I will be referencing quite a few of those experiences throughout this video. And so I don't have too much time, so I'm just going to go kind of quick. I have like maybe 8 minutes here or so, and I don't really have that much to talk about because it's pretty good, and I'm in the beginning stages of my advanced Focus 10 experience, and so a lot like the one the things that I was facing, the challenges that I was facing, and when I was doing the introduction to Focus 10, where I was looking to it's interesting. I think there's a lot of parallels there. If I go back all the way to the beginning of Focus 3, when we and just meditation in general, when we start meditating, we find ourselves distracted by certain thoughts and distracted by different emotions that we might have. And so we have to bring ourselves back. First, when we meditate, the whole point of it is to quiet your mind, but really to become aware of your mind and the thoughts that you're having. And then you can set an intention for a meditation if you want to meditate on love or peace or whatever it might be. And then as I went into that, you could call that Focus 3, because that's really the point of Focus 3 is to synchronize your mind and your brain. And then as we go into Focus 10, I was facing that challenge of really looking to focus on my body and allowing my body to relax and sleep. Now that I've overcome those two challenges, I don't really have those problems anymore. Now that I can, focus on a meditation, intention for a meditation, and I can also focus on allowing my body to go to sleep on every body part and telling every body part to relax and to go limp and to fall asleep. And I don't really have that problem anymore. But now the challenge that I'm facing in my advanced Focus 10 is with my resonant energy balloon. And as I'm influencing my energies and allowing them to come out of my brain, or not out of my brain, that's kind of a weird way to say it, out of the top of my head, and I'm allowing them to come down and cascade around me like a waterfall. I am noticing myself. I don't have too much of a challenge. It's much easier than if I was to just start it out from scratch as a complete beginner. But I am noticing myself getting distracted here and there with certain thoughts. But it feels great. It feels great to do it. It feels great to put in the repetitions. Today's my second day doing the advanced Focus 10, and I did it last night. And it's interesting at night when I'm doing them. I don't know if it's because of the light. I don't know if it's because of the energy or the lack of light, or whatever the energies are at night. But I do find myself visualizing things much more clearly and really being taken away by my dreams. I'm not like losing, I am actually here and there kind of going into those delta frequencies. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is how yesterday um, I watched a video on the different frequencies that we go through, and I was incorrect in my order placing. It really starts out with Delta. Delta is like that deep sleep, not really REM sleep. REM sleep, you do dream, but it's the dreamless state. It's from 0 to 5 hertz. And then you go into theta, which is the 4 to 8 hertz. And then you go into theta, beta, which is like the wakeful, Actually, no, let me think about that. The order is wrong because it's actually theta, alpha, uh, and alpha is a little bit higher frequency than theta, I believe. And I have to double check now. I'm getting myself confused because of what I said before. But yeah, I believe that's what it is. And then after that is beta. It's a little bit higher frequency. And then after that is gamma, which goes all the way up to 100 hertz. So I think that's super interesting. And obviously, gamma is where you see that supernatural kind of Stranger Things. type of things that you can look up on uh, on YouTube. You can look up Stanley superheroes or superpowers or something like that. Not superheroes because Stan Lee's the one that wrote the comic books, but real life superheroes, where you see people that have these kinds of crazy experiences and they documented them. Like there's this guy that was able to move things with his mind and all these kinds of crazy. And you can look up the CIA documents as well. So like with remote viewing and all these other things. But those are like the frequencies, and I was kind of incorrect in the order, so I wanted to kind of correct myself. But yeah, I did last night. I do go into like that delta, which I'm noticing, which is just like the unconscious. But then the theta is also very prevalent, where I find myself going into dreams or having these visions of like very vivid while I have my eyes closed and I'm doing my meditation. And then I'll go back to my, resonant energy balloon. And so I found myself, and even at night, I'll still kind of lose track even of the focus 10. Not during the day, but last night I did. Maybe because I skipped a day. I'm not sure. But um, but yeah, that's basically my experience so far. I have to kind of cut this video short. I'm glad I was able to reference certain things here and there to go check out some of the things that have influenced me in my experience and in kind of my journey. And I'm still working on it. It's a repetition that I'm going to have to do and I'm going to have to get better at. I think I'm close to being there to not getting super distracted, but it's something that I have to become. The more reps I do, the more I'm going to be able to stand outside of my body, kind of crazy way to say it, but that's really what has to happen. Just like how when you start meditating, you're kind of watching your mind above your mind. And then as we go into the focus 10, I talked about that thin layer of energy that I was kind of feeling. Well, now with the resonant energy balloon, it's a much more broad kind of paying attention and watching yourself from above. So I'm almost, even though it's my second day doing it, um, I was able to do it a few times, and so I'm kind of giving myself a little bit of credit there because I didn't get too distracted. I'm getting distracted, but I didn't get too distracted. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to continue doing it and to keep sharing and making these videos. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have questions, let me know. And yeah, peace.